Welcome back, and I'm going to give you guys today five differences between credit cards and installment loans that are going to help you on your journey on choosing whether or not you want to apply for a credit card or an installment loan. All right. So the first difference between the two is how they're going to report on your credit report. You have credit cards which report under revolving credit and installment loans which report under installment credit. This is very important to know and understand because installment loans are going to report as a set amount and they're going to dwindle down, affecting your debt to income ratio less as they get paid down more. However, revolving lines like credit cards are also going to report to another section of your credit that is called your utilization. When things report to your credit utilization, they are then impacting your score in a whole other section that is worth 30% of your credit score. And you have to watch your utilization because once your utilization begins to go over 10%, it can start to affect your score, and over 30% can cause massive changes in your score. Now, the next difference between installment loans and revolving loans is typically revolving loans have a variable APR and installment loans have a fixed interest rate, meaning that your credit cards and other revolving accounts are going to have an interest rate that can change depending on what's going on in the world. Whereas installment loans typically have a set interest rate that you're going to pay over the term of that loan. Now, the next thing, as we already talked about, is going to be your utilization. Your installment loans have no effect on your utilization. Therefore, 30% of your credit score is left out by installment loans. So if you are getting multiple credit cards, you can in turn eventually bring down your utilization by getting approved for new cards. Whereas with getting multiple installment loans, it may actually make you look riskier to banks, as you're going to be showing a lot of outstanding debt. Um, this can play back and forth both ways in both environments. However, it's typically safer to have more credit cards than more installment loans. All right, the next thing, small purchases versus large purchases. Typically, installment loans are used for large purchases. Most of the time, when someone responsibly uses an installment loan, they're purchasing a home, or possibly a vehicle or something else that is large. They may be investing in a business and getting equipment, but typically installment loans are used for larger purchases, whereas credit cards are used for smaller purchases. And that's how they really can complement each other, especially with that utilization piece. And lastly, credit cards typically have some type of reward or bonus offer, no interest for 12 months, 1% to, 5. Some cards even have 10% cash back. Whereas an installment loan is not going to really incentivize you spending because you can't really spend more than you take out. And of course, you guys know I had to bring you guys a bonus opportunity um, to learn. So the last one is credit cards do not close unless in a case where they're not being used or the bank determines that you're no longer eligible for that card, or you just close it out yourself. More times than often, um, the cards are not being used, or you've shown irresponsible use. Whereas installment loans, once you finish paying that loan off, you don't have access back to those funds like you do with a credit card. Therefore, they close out and then you have to reapply for a new loan. So, with all that being said, I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in, and let you guys know that we'll be bringing you guys more and more content, more and more consistently. And I cannot wait to continue on this journey with you all. And thank you guys. We'll see you in the next one.